And welcome back to Let's Play Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Last time we got through stage 1 and 2 of level 4, White Wafers. And this time we're taking on stage 3 and whatever follows stage 3, however much we can get through. Okay, so we got these ice cannons. I do not approve. Let's trap this one, give us a slightly easier time through this section. Then just go over here. There are spikes and ice, so I guess we need to do a fire dash thing to get across there. Got a spear guy. Let's use his power and see where we can get ourselves. Water, so that was a good decision because fire. This is sort of a weirdly trivial thing to say, but fire doesn't work underwater in this game, so yeah, spear is our best bet because we can actually attack underwater, and that's lovely. Is that gonna... okay, that's actually gonna break the blocks. The stars kind of indicate where there are safe points to swim, which is kind of nice. Honestly, Kirby games are always good about that, using items well. At least the recent ones that introduce stars, because not all the games have stars, but the ones that do have stars are actually pretty nice because they use them really well for actually indicating where there are like safe spots for the player to actually be during like action scenes. It's actually kind of nice. Okay, gotta switch here, so it's a good thing we have spear. Did not mean to rhyme, but gotta rhyme anyway. And look, number 1. 3 more energy spheres to go, and we got more ice. So, ooh. Okay, that's actually really slippery. Definitely ducking. Not anything critical, but hey, health is always welcome. It looks like there's something hidden here. There's one of those little invisibility things. I don't know where we're supposed to take this, but might as well take it somewhere. Oh shoot, okay. That's a little scary. You can drop that and the power up, grab you, pick it up because I don't know if this is going off of Mario logic with dropping items and then resetting after just playing Captain Toad. I don't want to chance it, so I'm gonna periodically pick up the power up after throwing it. Oh, hello. Oh wait, we were actually able to go through those. Cool. Not able to go through this one though. I assume because the crystal broke, if you fly too high to dodge the snowball, you'll end up trapping yourself. So I assume you should be cognizant of this and aware that, yeah, you could potentially miss out on it even if you do the puzzle right. And I hate that kind of game design, actually, to some extent. Okay, I need to go back, because I want to check something. If there was a cutter... Yep, there's a Sir Kibble. Looks like we're swapping powers quite quickly in this level. By the way, something I discovered extremely recently, actually, from playing Star Allies, that I actually want to test it out, is in Star Allies, if you do a regular cutter, it hits the wall once and stops, but in Star Allies, if you do like a charge, it actually bounces, and that actually is the case in this game too. Again, I just learned that from playing Star Allies. So... I should stand here, arc this kinda straight, then... okay, need to stand a little closer to the edge, I guess. Actually, you can throw it backwards, that's a better idea. Not catch it. But you can still arc it like that. Cool. There we go. Because on the backswing of it, it actually has a limited range, so you can kind of manipulate that. This is actually a good song, as I'm actually listening to it. Yeah, this is a little scary. Nothing too terrifying, but kind of nerve-wracking going through a section like that. Well, that's a problem. Take this, you fiend. That did not go as far as I thought it would. I don't know if we have enough time to do this now, but I'm gonna try. Okay, we indeed did have enough time to do this, so that was extremely generous. Kirby games usually are, though. Like, it's gonna be extremely rare that you end up with a Kirby section that's actually really unforgiving. It almost never happens. Oh, dang it. This is like the worst time for you to show up, mister. Like when we're literally taking a bomb somewhere. At least the timer of the bomb seems to actually stop. So we can do Final Cutter, which most will recognize from Smash Bros. First introduced, and to my knowledge, in Superstar. Oh. I obviously screwed this up. Okay, I guess the bomb might have been for the boss. I'm not sure though. Like, just like if you could get the first bomb to the first spot, it's like a shortcut. It's like, oh, you can actually just instantly win against the boss because you went into this extra step before the boss. Good game design, but I was a little bit confused why I needed the bomb for a long time. But mystery solved, and stage 3 down. See, that was a much longer stage than the first one in this world, which went, well, it felt like it went by really fast. I don't know if it actually did go by really fast, but it felt really fast. Okay, wind. So basically kind of an auto runner of sorts. Meaning there's gonna be a jump that you have like a frame to do. Actually not a frame, because this is Kirby, this isn't like a hardcore serious platformer. There's probably gonna be a jump that like actually is to an energy sphere that like you have very little time to respond to. Or that could be the end of the auto runner. That works. I cannot complain because I'm not a fan of auto runners. You know, like Super Mario Run, I can't get into Sonic Runners or Sonic Dash. Those are separate games, right? Sonic Runner and Sonic Dash. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that for Kirby, but like on a Warp Star. For a mobile Nintendo, like, title. Because they've been doing a lot with mobile, and again, I think I expressed this earlier, but I'm a little bit surprised they haven't done anything with Kirby yet. Because Kirby seems like he would actually lend himself well for that. You know, in hindsight, yeah, I should have checked if there's stuff up there. So I'm guessing once again we're gonna get one more sphere, and then we will probably end up having to fight the boss again. Oh, looks like we got a bit of a race here. Ooh, that was a little bit tight. That Gordo dodge. Oh shoot. Well, we're just running the rest of the way. Okay, so basically what the gimmick is he'll just open up the door to the Scarfies, but we obviously want the door to the energy sphere, so going down this way. But yeah, it is interesting, the current team does have extremely similar design philosophies from game to game. Yep, I called it. And I honestly don't really think this should continue much longer. Like, the current run of Kirby, I think, should switch up, no pun intended, pretty soon. Because even if, like I said last part, I did enjoy Star Allies quite a bit, I will say they are running the risk of it just being kind of bland. But I will also say for Kirby that a lot of Kirby's level design is inherently built around nostalgia. So, I kind of approach Kirby games with that mentality too, of like, you know what, these are all designed around nostalgia, heavily. So, by the way, if you get all the pins, you obviously get better rewards. But yeah, look at Kirby Superstar. Superstar has a level that's inherently based on Kirby Dreamland. The entire Spring Breeze section is basically Kirby's Dreamland. Which wasn't even that old at the time, but again, I do think that is a thing Kirby does, is just rely on nostalgia a lot. Or old level tropes and just callbacks. I think callbacks is a better word than nostalgia, that might be. Because I'd say it's more, they do more callbacks than nostalgic stuff. Lately it's more nostalgia than callbacks, I'd say. But, you know, Kirby's always been doing this, and like, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I get why people think it's kind of lazy when they do that, when they kind of reuse level tropes and sort of intentionally do like homages to other Kirby games, but I don't personally usually have a problem with it. Yeah, I can always talk about other things in these little levels because they're actually pretty easy and straightforward. I was trying to get at least one of the heals. Okay, that did not seem icy. That didn't seem icy at all. This is also scary because we're kind of on a time limit, and we're also having to wait for the level to actually catch up, so that's a little bit intimidating. I'm not going for that star. No thank you. Not worth it. Let's try Bomb. We haven't given Bomb much of a look, so let's do it. I feel like the new Bomb is actually nice because I am not colorblind, but before Bomb was always given a blue hat that just looked like Sword's hat, and I wonder if that was confusing to people. Like if Bomb just kind of looked like if Bomb just kind of looked like Sword at a glance. Well, I mean, you wouldn't have Sword, but I think it's just to keep the power-ups looking different, but again, I also kind of wonder if any sort of aspect of colorblindness was a concern, because that's just my immediate thought, but it might not be actually the reason why they changed it. I'm not sure. In any case, off we go. Stage 4-4 is done. I love this background. Kirby backgrounds are always better than Mario backgrounds because they look a little bit more 3D. It's less backgroundy and more like we're actually individually rendering all of this stuff in real time. So it actually looks a lot cooler. No pun intended because we're in the ice world. And that unlocks stage 5. Yeah, it does not seem to be the boss. So, 4 things to collect there. We're gonna do that on the boss next time. But for now, we're actually gonna hop back to the Lore Star Cutter for a little bit. To end off this part with a little side diversion. We have a little bit of extra downtime, so we are gonna try to prove ourselves. By prove ourselves, I mean probably royally botch this minigame. Scope Shot. Scope Shot basically uses... I actually tested it to see how long it is, so it won't give the tutorial. But we have to hold the Wiimote... Oh, maybe it will give us a tutorial. We have to hold the Wiimote vertically. And basically A shoots, and if you hold it, you can charge up like this. So the goal is to destroy these tanks themed after classic Kirby characters. So you have to destroy individual parts of the tank to do damage. You see Kabula in the background too, and if we can attack her for bonus points. I only recently figured out, or I only recently read that Kabula is apparently a female, so I'm not sure what the source on that is, but it was on like the Kirby wiki. But if a part flashes yellow, that means you can destroy it ultimately. Shoot down missiles for points as well. There's Kabula again. Let's look at the bonus points. Yeah, we're just kind of destroying the outer shell of this tank. Hit that yellow thing, not sure what that does. The metal parts, once we break like the exoskeleton, that cannot be damaged by us. So we've done enough damage to reveal its weak point, and once we hit the weak point, the tank automatically blows up. So that's Scope Shot. You get graded on different criteria, and that's all there is to it. Now, Mission 2 is available, which is, I guess, against a tank, I'm pretty sure based on Chef Kawasaki, but we're not gonna do that quite yet. We're gonna tack these onto a few more videos in the future. So, that's Scope Shot. We will be doing the last two phases as well, but just not at the moment. I also want to show off over to the left side. Did I already show on the right is all the copy abilities. These are little challenge rooms based on all the copy abilities. These are necessary for 100%. Each has a different unlocking criteria based on the amount of energy spheres you have. I'm not really going to be going into them because, quite frankly, we're getting all the energy spheres anyway, so I'm assuming you'll have most of them unlocked anyway. These are ability rooms. Basically, you go inside and you just find all the abilities, and you can kind of test them out on a little bad guy up there. We haven't actually seen Leaf in action yet, so at least as far as I remember, so might as well show this off. Leaf was actually really good when I used it in the True Arena and Robobot because, long story short, I'm moving soon, so all my amiibo are packed away, so all I had access to were Animal Crossing cards. So on one run, I ended up needing a heal from an amiibo, so I ended up actually using Animal Crossing cards, and the ability you get from all of them is Leaf. And lastly, number 3, which has slightly more advanced power-ups like Tornado and High Jump, which are pretty difficult to come by, but obviously the last one is locked behind 80 to prevent you from becoming overpowered. But in any case, we're done for now, so thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Kirby's Return to Dreamland.